Before the new year starts, and before you set those big goals or resolutions for this new year, I want you to really slow your conversation down. And I want you to really think about, is my nervous system regulated enough to take those steps towards what I'm working for and towards those big goals or resolutions? Every year, the same resolutions rise to the top, and this is backed by decades of data. Improving health, moving more, less stressed, more energy. Health is by far the #1 top New Year's resolution for most people. It is also the most abandoned one after New Year's. But people aren't just trying to work out more. They're trying to feel more confident. They're trying to feel better in their body. They're trying to feel more grounded. And this applies to every single manifestation that you're trying to call in, whether that's health, relationships, love, career, money, peace. The intention is real. The direction is real. Most people don't quit their goals because they don't want them. Most people quit their goals because their nervous system feels overwhelmed. When your nervous system feels overwhelmed, you lose clarity. The next step becomes confusing, the guidance becomes noisy, and even your biggest goals that you want become overwhelming. It's not because people don't want them, it's because their nervous system can't hold the pace at which they're trying to attain them. This year isn't about setting different goals. It's about creating condition that feels safe to live them. So you still set your goals, the intention still matters, but instead of forcing yourself into them, you are creating conditions where movement feels safe. Let's use health as an example because it's familiar. So let's say you set an intention of, I'm gonna move my body more this year. If your body hears it as a punishment or as another obligation that you have to add to your plate, or as we are behind and we're not exactly where we need to be, it will resist it. This is where our manifest in motion pillars come in, not as an added thing, but to help you regulate your nervous system so that your goals for this next year are attainable and your nervous system feels safe enough to expand into that new version of you and to expand into those manifestations that you're trying to call in. Mirror words are one of our pillars. And so instead of forcing discipline and instead of forcing a new identity, you choose a word every single morning that your nervous system feels safe enough stepping into, whether or not that's capable, steady, happy, dependable. All of these words your nervous system can feel safe in stepping into. Identity comes before outcome. Movement ritual is another one of our pillars, and it's not about just changing your body with movement. It is about teaching your nervous system that showing up can be safe. So whether or not that's a walk, a hike, a yoga class, a Legree class, a workout, consistency on showing up teaches your body that you are safe to move into a new identity. Next is our release practice. So it's releasing things that make your goal unsustainable, whether that's an all or nothing mindset, a feeling guilty over rest, comparing yourself to others. You need to release the old versions and old mindsets in order to expand into this new version of yourself. Next is our elevation ritual. So you acknowledge your progress as you go. It's not perfection that you are focusing on. It's those steps that you are taking daily. It tells your body and your nervous system that you are safe to continue to expand and to come into this new version of you or to come into these new goals that you have set for this new year. This is where manifestation becomes embodied. When you have settled your nervous system down, you can hear the guidance from God, universe, source, or however which way you hear those things and that guidance come in for you. This is where you get clarity and direction of where you can go next and how you are going to be expanding into this next version of yourself. Your nervous system is the gatekeeper of your manifestations. Because when you're trying to call things in and your nervous system doesn't feel safe, the door will stay closed. This is where people quit, not because of lack of desire, but because their nervous system is not regulated enough to call them in and to let these new manifestations come into their life. This year, don't just ask what you want to manifest. Ask your body what it needs to move towards those goals continually. Set the goal, set the intention, and then create a nervous system that feels regulated. That way, we're not quitting, we're not feeling overwhelmed. This year, we are not forcing it, we are embodying it.